Okay, mula vinaka everyone. Vinaka vakalevu na sema mai na kari vinaka ni kua. We have a very special guest who's joining us on this very beautiful Monday. It's a Monday here in Hawaii. If some of you are wondering why we're calling it a motivational Monday, because it's Monday on this side of the dateline. And we decided to change the program a little bit to have a motivational Monday Hawaii time. So today we are very, very blessed to have Elway Tora. Elway Tora, he is the winner of the 2022 Junior World Fireknife Dance Championship that was held in Hawaii recently. So we are so happy that we have Elway, and not only Elway, but Elway's dad as well, Api Tora, who are here to share the story with all of us, just to celebrate the achievements of our young people, especially our young Fijians who are born and raised overseas. So we are really, really fortunate to have Elway and Api Tora with us. So to kickstart our talanoa, we'll start with a song. I was able to find a song from Lomaiviti. So we will travel to Lomaiviti today to kickstart our talanoa session. So to everybody from Lomaiviti who are listening in, vakambula sa chukani bikim ni kere sara doanang ngone ni Lomaiviti. Samay vakarongoi viti, vakarongoi Lomaiviti talenga and VSA Wurwura. Okay, the varamata na serengo na sere may velesa. Langa tagitiwa kina na sana bakaturango Lomaiviti kena veya tu yan. Metarongo mada na serengo. Nakabakalevu na mata sere may velesa.
Soka na kena salu-salu era dumu erangito tangke tumu ananam rarawatan dina turikani kabu resu kaya ramai erangito tunangone niloma resu kaya ramai raim bili-bili ni bia-bia.
Sa rong vinakadira na serea Coach kena sarchungaki Lomaiviti, na senda KVT, na vavi ni vinaka na kavinaka ni signi kuwa ni rosema tikumengo na turanga vitamani, and yanu totoka Oahu, Hawaii. Amerika. The maro taksar bakalevu ni ro sema mai na turanga vitamani o Api Tora ke Elway Tora. And nanda may vital no tiko na kabila ni kuha na idhobi levu. May tora na nanda dorobongo Elway. The maro taka ni toro kwa ni dhobi ni Ronaldolo sa Corona Junior World Fireknife Dance Championship. Ikem ni na pamurech kumay na nongo bata-bata. You can go to my Talanow with Dr. T page. Au sa bitikin ito na kena video. Beira na ngonera. Vai tabiti ko na karba ka dorong ko na non remake takati ko na isele ka wanga tu en kenambuka sa yame sa totokan din ay da bang bola man de birao bola binaka neta api bola binaka Elway
Bola.
Isa how you feeling today Elway?
Good. Happy to be here.
Oh, Vinaka. You look really handsome today. I love your beautiful necklace that you're wearing and your beautiful shirt. Mula Vinaka neta api.
Ni boleh benak.
Isa, vada betulan raki may lai na kavinaka ni kuwa.
Biar raki di lebih benak tu nasi lebih tu aku. Angge biar kau nganggo biar rungu ame wale na rere ni wanwa.
Isa, totoka. Ito doon misawalak mengkot na sama Isa binak sa biketong kay Hilo libu chuko na uda bulak mek nindo na bula na kena tau tu na uda biketu ni ko na kana ni to maraw ni sa Vilo Menesina ando man na kena tayang bitaw ni membu de lebi kena tu nesina ni sa ando na bula na kena tau tu na uda binak nakapakalibsar greeting everybody logging in today from Dubai. There's some visitors Elway, some of our viewers logging in from the Middle East. There's some connecting in from New Zealand, from Australia. So maybe, Elway, would you like to say hello to them? You might have some cousins to watching, Elway.
Bulnaka, big aloha to those tuning in and to my relatives out there in the UK, Australia, and in the mainland US.
Vinaka Elway, go ahead.
My name is Elway Tora. My dad's name is Api Tora, and my mom's name is Sulia Tora. I'm from Somosomo, Gau Lomaiviti, vasu Matamaivere, Namara, Tailevu.
Elway, Somosomo may Ngau. So greeting everybody from Ngau listening in today. Turanga naita sa sema chukumingon ng vital maniko vasu Matamaivere. Vinaka Elway. How old are you, Elway?
I'm 11.
Wow, Sandina. And what school do you go to?
I attend Laie Elementary School.
Wow, Laie Elementary School. Sandina. What's your favorite subject?
Say math.
Wow, Reida. Wow, Reida. Tome ngau do levo na to fika. Inaka waka leo, inaka. Totoka Elway. Math is a really good subject. It will take you very far. Do you have any aspiration? What do you want to be, Elway, when you become a young man?
I want to be famous guy.
Vinaka ngau. Totoka wakawat. Vinaka Elway for spending some time with us today, because this is a celebratory Talanow session. We were so proud to see your photo. Everyone was sharing it and all of that. So before we come back to your Fireknife competition, we'll ask Dad a few questions too. So Api, Sa barang mana nandiyan din mo sa mitungo Amerika.
Naka nimbul kita sermai na sama tingmai na kabinansi dai. Oh saya malam main natin kadi awal sang 5. Iya. Sama yung wakawakan tu ye.
Sanji ni satu kinggel nita. Isa totoo ba ko isa. Do si chukna na nung do siya malista liki Somosomo ranyo. Aba madaltak talmada na nung ni matubale. Kwa saba madaltak mo Elway na siya may Somosomo Gau Lomaiviti.
Iya. Tumal tu may nakora Somosomo Gau Lomaiviti. Tole kira le ruo chunga kira na vita dini na ngane gue chugo sabaga dingu men mati walu Lomaiviti sabaga tingu chugo me Santa Rosa me California tu sangge chunga mi ngono ni tu family reunion na magi rua bagi tul sawati tu na matu wal na tor ale wakatinga ni suwa sangge chunga me wambolo tegi na na isema mertole bikile tu na ngone karena na loke kitura cungur me bici.
Sa totoo ka sarangay. Saan din doon naman ang palamuntin na nung sa may tunggoy Amerika Hawaii na tin kari bolso bukalimay. Ron ni ba madalta ka mandar na nung muto sumay na nung sasangamay baka buli siya baka nakadaka.
Oh, ang wala may ando na scholarship di huli na tigo na a Polynesian Culture Center Work Study Program. Ang wala may na lang may waka huli na korni huli ketinggo en university tinggo ilay na Brigham Young University. Na program mo ya kimami huli na mataka kimami nakadaka na Tailevu na ikabi. Nakadaka tin kadi ona ua ndara madao me somikina na duro ni huli kina ni mami duro tigindure.
Sa totoo ko sarangay. Doon nanganak na level ni ngoni buli ngoni tokir sa may Toribola and Brigham Young University nita
Iyo. Se ni $100 saramay na tin kadi on sa bukaton. Na sa wala ni on sa ulo may nambag na kina di Chuba University pati kina Polynesian Culture Center na ngone keda lang man na scholarship mo ero chumini sini ko ra wada tigi chigo na Polynesian Culture Center
Andi nendo kilatu nita na PCC se Polynesian Cultural Center endo to na bono ni sarsare Tailevu na buru-buru ke
iya
sa kembal balawira na ngol mi Hawaii don mera ngole ni PCC mera like sarava na beka do roni ba madalta ka manda na beka do bakay dori na PCC sa Polynesian Cultural Center do chato ng Gailanda ni Elway menangay ba madalta ko na kaya baita bikin
Polynesian Culture Center mata tegi na ono na koro na ada na tiumbaga na Polynesia na Polynesian Islands na korwa Hawaii na korwa ka ni Tahiti Aotearoa New Zealand Tonga Samoa kamay otochuni kor kamay toya na korwa viti na tin kadi on so lugoton kor kedo ko bang de time ni kor na kena sangai tinga me wasay na warau ni to mana bianu wa mimi na bona mata takati na korro na kini towo na kena rawata kena wata susua sangai cikuna kena na walni kana na bongi sangai cikusara na wata susu le na mungi le besar ora buno kedara sarana geli babakina na non ramai sara na bulai endo todo na singa na non ramai na mai visi kucuma
Totoo din nice nakabakalibo api na kana matatakiti ko na nanda Viti and the Namara ni ngole ni na PCC ke bakanda bakana no Viti and wuti bando nanda bakananan dito sa rongo na kena ser sarabana meke bakatal nga kina na vika witak may bira na ngoni buli kay kimdo na vingarab na korba kabiti na Fijian village korba kabiti na PCC bikim din na barong tikumay kay bakando na ngona nandon yan na mendingi mo ni ngandi may Hawaii nito bale sarba ko muningol munilik sarsar na Polynesian Cultural Center tiko na buli kunya na oahu rano laie kaya ko tukun chungo Elway buli chukwan na laie elementary school Elway ko buli chuko kin so do you enjoy school Elway? Do you like going to school?
Not really, but since all my cousins and friends are there, I kind of enjoy it.
How did the COVID-19 Elway affected your learning? Did you have to study online?
We would still have school, but they would have it online. And now that we're back in school, they just have us wear a mask.
Oh, I see. So now you just have to wear a mask, but now you're going into a classroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Elway, for those of you who just joined in, Elway told us that his favorite subject is maths. So that's really nice to know. Elway for sharing that with us. Now, we're going to go straight to ask you the question about this amazing competition. Tell us a little bit about it. How did you get involved, Elway?
My dad was going through Facebook and he saw the competition and he asked me if I wanted to join. And so I said yes because it looked new. Because I've always done Fireknife just for fun to entertain myself.
Right.
And I just thought I should compete.
That's wonderful. How long did you practice to participate in the event, Elway?
Well, I competed last year. So last year I practiced for about like 8 weeks, learning new tricks and moves and putting it all into a set routine to perform.
Wow. So last year you were 10. This year you're 11.
Last year I actually came second.
Wow. That is amazing. So 8 weeks of practice. Did Dad help you in the practice, or who did you practice with?
My uncle has a group called Ramatina, and so he's been helping me a lot get to where I am now.
Wow, that is amazing. How did it feel when it was the first time for you to hold the knife? Were you scared, or what was going on in your mind?
I was a little nervous, but I was happy to finally get an actual Fireknife, and I can hang up and get it comfortable.
Wow. So on the knife, they have to put the fire on either side of the knife. But when you practice, were you just practicing with a piece of wood, or was it a real knife you were practicing with?
I was practicing with a real knife.
Wow,
and with the fire.
Right. Okay. And of course, when we learn something new, the knife will keep falling and things like that. When did it ever occur to you for you to give up when the knife falls a few times? How did it work for you, Elway?
I would get a little upset, but I just knew that's part of the process of becoming very good at it.
Wow, that is awesome, man. That's a really good encouragement, Elway, because I'm just thinking for a young person like you, if you were 10 or 11, I'm trying to think of myself at that age. If a couple of times things fall, I'll just like, I give up. I'll do something else. But what you're saying today, it falls and you keep going. So did you have your uncle encouraging you and maybe your friends who were training with you to keep going?
Yeah, guess so, yeah.
Wow, that is nice. And when you came second last year, what was going on in your mind?
My face kind of wasn't really smiling, but in my head I was like, it was so unexpected because it was my first year. And so, yeah.
Wow. And what did Dad do? Maybe you remember what did Dad tell you when you came second, or Mom? What was their reaction when they announced your name that second place goes to Elway Tora?
I went up, took a bow, and I looked to the side, and my dad, my mom, my brother, they all stood up and went, yeah.
Oh, that is so good. Wow. That must have been a good feeling. You made them proud, eh, Elway? Wow, that is so nice. So maybe I'll ask Dad the question now. So Neta Api, when he came second last year, what came into your mind as well as Elway's mom about him competing this year to go again, even though he came second last year?
Last year was really unexpected. We just wanted him to enter the competition if he wanted to. So he said, I wanted to enter. So go, just come and watch, because there was a lot of good competitors.
Yes.
And then when they announced he was second, we were looking like, is it a mistake or? But he really did well. So he became second. So after that, after the competition, we said, well, Elway, you have a challenge for you to come back next year and defend your second place, or even better, try and win the title next year. So that was it, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Man, Tailevu to you, Neta Api, and also to Mrs. Tora for your support. Now, Api, I know you were given a check. How much did you win?
For last year?
Last year.
Last year was about $200.
Wow, that's amazing. And Elway, how much did you win this year?
550.
Wow, that's a lot. Vinaka. Did you have a plan on how you want to use that money for? You're gonna save it a little bit? What do you think, Elway?
I was thinking to give some to my uncle because he's the one who helped me win the competition, and then the rest I'll try and hide it.
Oh, Vinaka Elway, that's a very Gau style of hiding something. Oh, Vinaka Elway for encouraging, our young ones. There's quite a number of young ones listening in today. Just the ability for you to take part. You came second last year, and then you came first this year. What would you like to say to some young Fijian boys watching you today, especially when you participated in this event of the Fireknife competition? Did you have, maybe before I ask that question, were there other Fijians competing with you, or are there Samoans or Tongans or Hawaiians?
I had two of my cousins compete with me, and my cousin, that was his first year. This year was his first year competing, and he came second as well.
Wow, Reva, man, totoo ka saranga. Were you practicing with him too? Did you show him some technique, or was he showing you some techniques as well, Elway? How did it work with you and your cousin?
So he goes to a different Fireknife school, and so I didn't even know he was competing until he showed up over there, and I was so happy when he said he came second.
Wow. And when I was watching the video, I was so impressed. Did you get a little bit nervous Elway, when your name was called for you to go now and do your demonstration or to show the technique of your fire dance?
Yeah, my heart was like beating, and I was like, I started to regret being there because it was so nerve-wracking.
Wow. Did you have a chance to see Dad? Was Mom and Dad and your siblings, were they watching too?
Yeah, I saw them at the very beginning.
Wow. And how long was the time given to you? Was it like 3 minutes or 4 minutes? How long did they tell you for you to show your technique?
They don't give us a set time, but a routine itself is about 1 to 3 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, that is amazing. That's really, really amazing. Because we know, Elway, that it is a Samoan, dance. But did that affect you in any way, that you are from Fiji, but you're learning a dance from Samoa? What would you like to say about that?
Oh, it didn't affect me that much because a couple months ago I found out that I'm a little bit Samoan.
Oh, there you go. Like Elway. So that way you are acknowledging, your Samoan side. Yeah, that's wonderful. Are you still going to plan to attend any other event that might be taking place in the future for the fire knife competition?
Yeah, I'm planning to come back next year and more years that come after, and
Wow.
more stronger than the year before.
Wow, that's wonderful, wonderful. Now, there are some young people watching right now. There's a few logging in here from Lambasa in Fiji. There's a few young ones who just finished their school because it's only 4 o'clock in Fiji. And I've put the video on the Talanoa Dr. T page, so some people have already watched your video. What would you like to say to our young Fijians, especially the boys your age, about doing or dedicating your time or energy to anything? What would you like to say to them?
Never give up. Have a productive mindset, and be prepared to face the challenges, because there will be challenges that will be thrown at your face. Set a goal and timeline, and that's how you will reach your goal, like I reached mine.
Wow. Woo! Man, that sounds so beautiful. Elway, for your words of encouragement. Because a lot of young boys your age are watching and they're seeing that you won this amazing competition. It's an international event. So we are also very proud of you, Elway. So I'm going to go back to Dad. Neta Api, what was the encouragement you gave to Elway when he was learning or practicing to be part of this event?
Well, he started very, very young, at the age of about 4, performing at the Fijian village at the culture center. At the age of 7 and 8, he was already performing at the evening show at the Polynesian Culture Center. So that's, as far as stage, that is something that has become accustomed to, very confident and a performer. And then the competition last year, where I was encouraging him a lot to train hard, because it's going to be tough. But this year it's funny, because actually he did mention it. He only trained for like a week and a half for this year. Because he was into rugby. He was playing rugby, and it became a passion sport. That when came January, I was telling him, hey, May is around the corner. The competition is coming up. You better start training, because other boys are already in training. But he never picked up the knife until about at least a week and a half or 2 weeks before the championship. Then he finally, that's all I can encourage. I didn't want to force him. I just want to say, you better go and represent the family well, represent Fiji well, because we came second last year, go defend the title, but hey, he pulled it off and won it.
Wow. To talk about it. Yeah, that's really nice to have parental support, and really like the fact when you said that you didn't force him, you just allow him to go with the flow, go with the flow in the way he was doing the training. Wow, Vinaka. And Elway, you enjoying your rugby?
Yeah.
What position do you play for your rugby team?
I was playing 7, so I got comfortable with the position halfback.
Wow. To talk about it. Wow. Would you dream one day, Elway, to wear the Fiji jersey?
Yeah.
Because I know your family, the Tora family, has achieved so much. Elway in Fiji, in the field of education, in the field of sports and music and business. So it's really nice to see you continuing that tradition, Elway? That's really, really nice. Now, before we end our Talanoa today, anything else, Elway, you would like to share to us before I'll pass it back to Dad to conclude our Talanoa? Elway, anything else you want to share with your friends who are listening in?
Just
Oh, Vinaka. We are just so excited, Elway, to hear your story today. I've had a few feedback that has been coming through from Dubai, all the way from Fiji. So there's a few people wishing you all the very best, and they're so proud of what you have achieved, Elway. Yes, so all the very best. We'll keep watching you. We look forward to 2023, where you're going to come back and defend your title. Any closing remarks or anything else you would like to share with our audience today?
Just wanted to say that we are being blessed as a family to be here in Hawaii, especially for our kids, and also to be affiliated with the Polynesian Culture Center, because it has become the second home for our kids growing up here, getting closer to the roots. That's the only place where they can get familiarize themselves with culture, with performances and culture and traditions, especially being far away from home. So we are grateful for that, for the blessing that we have to be in Hawaii. And thank you, Dr. T, for your programs that we follow, all your programs, and we are so blessed to have you to using this platform to reach out to the rest of the world, those that are interested in culture, business, and things like that. Yeah.
So, Mr. Api Tora and Mr. Elway Tora. Just wanted to speak on behalf of our audience today to say Vinaka Wakalevu to both of you, and especially pass my loloma to your mom, to Elway, for her amazing support, for encouraging you to still go to school, still play your rugby, but also practice for this amazing competition that you just won. So for those of you who've just joined our Talanoa session now, Elway Tora won the 2022 Junior World Fire Knife Dance Championship that took place in Hawaii. Was it last week? Yeah, last week. So we are just so grateful that Elway, you were able to sit with us today and share with us some beautiful words of encouragement. Not only you were speaking to young people, Elway, you were also touching the lives of many older ones that are watching as well. Very encouraging to see you 11 years old, and you were very mature in the way you talked to us today. It was very, very encouraging. And I hope one day, Elway, when I come to Laie, I will meet you in person and you can sign autograph when I come over. Okay, nakabaliw Sir Elway, nakabaliw Sir Nita Api. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Talano program. I wish you both all the very best.
Nawalo. Thank you so much.
Nakabaliw, Mada Mada Elway, naka. Iya, naka. Lolo mo tumam. Sabi nakabakalevu. To those of you who was just joining in, we are so blessed to have father-son Talano session with Mr. Api Tora and Elway Tora, 11 years old, joining us today and sharing with us the inspiration behind his win from the recent competition that just took place last week. So we're so inspired to see a lot of our young Fijians. They are born overseas, they live overseas, they still have the passion to represent their family and represent Fiji on the world stage. So Vinakabakalev to everybody, for those of you joining in from Fiji, to everybody connecting in from Lomaiviti, anyone has connection to the village of Somosomo on the island of Gau, and also the village of Matamaivere in the province of Tailevu. Wakambula sar chukani bikim nito doko Elway's vasu to Matamaivere in Tailevu, and he's from Somosomo now in Lomaiviti. I'm bidding you goodbye now. Thank you so much everybody for logging in. And today this week we will have some guests who will be joining us as well, but we're so blessed that we have Elway and Api Tora, and we may be talking to Professor Wilson Hernico as well here in Hawaii. He's from Rotuma, and he also won a very special award yesterday with the winning of one of his short films, and it's the name Sina Matinarau. It's a story from the beautiful island of Rotuma. Nakabakalevu to everybody for joining me today. Osavakamwade bikemuni loloma bimbi menayan levo Hawaii ni mwade ni matemata. Naka wade Elway nakabalevu ati mwade